welcome back to AJ's Animal Fix. And hello there, Kama. This is my South American horned frog. She is a beast and she hasn't eaten in about a week, so we're gonna go ahead and feed her today. Now, I don't keep her in this container, don't freak out. She lives in a bioactive enclosure and she does pretty well. So we keep the humidity between 50 and 80%. I like to keep it at around 60 or 65. That seems to be comfortable for her. You can see she's not quite liking this little clear container here, so we're gonna get on to feeding you. Don't worry, you are just a massive frog. But before we dive into the video, I wanted to show you guys, this is my second acrylic box tarantula enclosure, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. It's a lot cleaner and a lot more sturdier on the top. I've got these braces at each corner with 4 magnets, so that lid just snaps on nice and tight. I got a bit better with applying the glue and using the primer, so it came out a lot cleaner. Let me know down below if you guys want me to make more of these, potentially give one out or something to a subscriber. One more announcement, and we're gonna get to feeding you. I'm so sorry, little girl. Tomorrow we're gonna be at Repticon in Charleston, South Carolina, and I'm hoping to pick up a sling or a spiderling that I can go ahead and set up in this new enclosure. That's gonna be pretty fun. I'm gonna try to vlog as much as I can, but really I'm just excited to go out there. So if you're heading to Repticon and you see me, just say hi. This is called the Pacman frog, rightfully so. Just look at her. Her entire face is like the size of her body. And she's gonna basically eat anything that she can get in that mouth. They have a very aggressive feeding response, so normally I don't stick my hands down in the container, definitely don't hold her a lot. Anytime she's got movement in front of her face, she's basically going to grab it and try to eat it. A lot of times she'll like accidentally hit the side of the wall or get like a plant in the enclosure, and you can see just how powerful she's reaching out for food. So hopefully she's gonna eat for us today. Hopefully she's not too freaked out about this enclosure. Again, I just have her in this for a momentary display of how she eats, something I could film a little bit better. These frogs basically spend all their time hiding up under the dirt, just sitting and waiting for something to come by that they can pounce on. So if you're looking for a pet that's very interactive, this is not going to be it. She'll actually sit in the same place for weeks on end. Like, I'm not kidding you. She'll sit in the same little hole for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So not the most exciting pet on a day-to-day basis, but when you get to feed them and you get to watch just how explosive they are with their food, they are super fun, and I think she's kind of cute. Okay, first up on the menu, we're gonna do a few of these earthworms. So she'll normally get a diet of earthworms, dubia roaches, and then once a month she'll get a fuzzy mouse, and we're basically at that point in the month, so we are gonna end this video with the mouse. And also I'd like to mention that these frogs need a vitamin A supplement, so I have a powder right here that I'm going to sprinkle on the mouse, but I'm not going to do it to the worms because you can actually overdose them on vitamin A. It's pretty easy to do, so you want to dust the more protein-rich foods like the mouse. Don't necessarily need to be dusting every single earthworm. Just want her to get one decent-sized dose of vitamin A every so often. Now I want her to turn around a bit and face this camera here, so we'll get her on this side. Oh, you can see she's very quick, and she'll actually use her chubby little hands there to push the prey out in front of her mouth so she can gobble it back in. Now the females get much larger than the males. You can see she's a full-grown female. I don't want to try to measure her because I like my fingers the way they are, but she's looking about 5 or 6 inches in length, about 5 inches across. I mean, she could get up to like 7 inches. She's got the fattest little butt right there. So funny looking. But yeah, she just loved that worm, obviously. So normally if I'm just feeding her earthworms, I'll do like 7 to 10, just as many as she'll really eat. But today, oh God. He's going for it. It literally scares me. It's so aggressive. Let's see if she picks that one up off the ground. I need her to face that way so we can get a good shot of it. But yeah, like I was saying, normally, you know, 7 to 10 worms. Today we're gonna do like 4 or 5 so we can end on the mouse. I don't wanna overfeed her. These frogs will basically just eat and eat and eat. They're opportunistic predators. So it's on us to sort of monitor how much we're feeding her. She's right on par with the spiders, just about once a week. So sometimes once every 2 weeks, they'll go through little periods. So I don't think she sees this down here. I'm just gonna try to grab that. Oh, there you go. There you go. So we'll do a couple more here. Still hungry? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I get so nervous, I drop the worm. She'd probably do fine to get it herself, but oh, there you go. You got it. Look at how she pulls it forward with her hands and basically does that to line it up in front of her mouth so she can get another good snap at it. Yeah, she's a hungry girl. Her name is Gamma, named after the character on Naruto, if you guys are into that. Let's see if you'll do one more, and then the mouse. Another wormy. You good? What if I just drop it like that? You gonna pick it up? You gonna do something for us here? No? Oh yes. I've had moments where I was just close to the glass and she thought she was about to be fed, and as soon as I got close to the tank she just nailed the side, and you can see just how sticky their tongues are. It was actually difficult for her to push herself off the side. I've heard that their tongues are strong enough to where they could actually hang from the ceiling or from a wall. Obviously you would never try this and there would never be a practical scenario where that would happen, but that's just to say that their own body weight can't even pull them off of what they've got their tongue stuck to. You can see when she hits the glass, she really struggles to wiggle herself off of it. So once you're in this thing's mouth, you're pretty much done for. You're either getting eaten or having a hard time pulling yourself out. Now, she doesn't have like fangs, but she does have these hooks in the back of her mouth that help keep the prey in there. And you can notice that her mouth is actually lined with a bunch of tiny, tiny little teeth, almost like if you guys have ever been fishing and you've lipped the bass, when you pulled it out of the water, just hold it by the lip, and it's this real gritty sandpaper edge. It's basically like that. So it's nothing that's gonna really like pierce the skin too much, but it's just gonna be hard to get yourself out. She has so much of a bite force, so much pressure, that sandpaper mouth, that sticky tongue, the little grooves in the back that just lock whatever's in there. So we're gonna move on to the frozen fuzzy, which has been thawed. It's not too big. She could actually eat something much larger than this, but I just don't really like to feed her the mice. I feel kind of bad. I actually had a mouse for 4 years. His name was Moose, and it was something that I bought as a pinky to feed a bearded dragon, and I didn't have the heart to do it, so I ended up just, I don't know how it survived, but I ended up keeping this pinky mouse until it was fully grown, and it lived for 4 years, and it was a family pet, and it was amazing. So I'm just going to dip our little mouse here in a little bit of vitamin A so Gamma can get some good vitamins here. This is going to be the last thing we feed her. This is plenty. I wish you would, let's try this. I'm gonna turn her around and see. Yeah, if we can get more space between her and the wall here. All right, girl, I got the last thing for you. You want it? Oh, yes, you do. You got a little bit of vitamin on your face there. I'll go ahead and wash that off for you. Oh, she got it by the foot. Ooh. That is just out of this world. Look at her just petting its little face. Oh my God, It's kind of gnarly, honestly. I hate seeing it, but it's good that she gets a nice protein-rich meal. That makes me feel good. This animal was pre-killed. I bought it from the store frozen, so I didn't have anything to do with the actual murdering of it, but you know, it's a life cycle. So that's gonna wrap up our little video with Gamma here. Gamma, thank you very much. You've been great. Don't worry, I'm gonna get you right back into your enclosure. I know you feel a little bit freaked out about this, like you're a alien or something that's being studied. Ooh, look at that face. Look how she closes her eyes like that. There you go. You're a big girl. Yes, you are. Okay, that's gonna wrap up our video with Gamma. I wanna go into a new little segment here. Number one, thank you guys so much for your support. I'm starting to get a little flickering of positive comments that are poking up, and I really appreciate that from you guys. Honestly, it gives me the motivation to keep pushing forward. I know my channel's small right now, but I just believe in what I'm doing. I watch a lot of YouTube myself, so I see areas where I feel like I could contribute. I've got another channel that's my main channel, mostly focused on skateboarding and shoe reviews. Skateboarding is a very niche thing on YouTube. It's very gatekeeper-ish. It's kind of small in regards to some broader type subjects like keeping animals, tarantulas, amphibians, reptiles, stuff that I've never been overly proud to share with the world, just because I feel like a lot of us feel weird that we keep these animals. But you get on YouTube and you find there's a whole community of people doing the same thing that you're doing, or wanting to do some of the things that you're doing. So it feels really good to show you guys this stuff, you know, see your positive reactions and just keep pushing forward. I love animals. I love animals like this. She looks like she's working out a poop or something right now, so don't do that for us on camera. We don't need that. But yeah, she's 2 years old, female, Pacman frog. A South American horned frog would be the official name. In honor of kind of thanking some of you guys, I'm asking you to send me pictures of your animals. Send me pictures of your tarantulas, your amphibians, your reptiles. I want to see them. And I had a subscriber who did just that. His name is Justin. Justin, you're the man. Left a super nice comment. Oh my God, look at her pooping right now. Seriously, you're pooping in my outro? Gamma's taking a massive and on that note, here is Justin's curly hair tarantula. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep tuned in. Tomorrow we go to Repticon. We're looking for a tarantula to fill this enclosure. Hoping to see some other YouTubers and just see a lot of cool animals. Check back for that video in a few days. I will see you next time. Oh, no. Oh my God, Gamma.